I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with this. I was going to, well, I didn't know whether to add these on the bottom or the sleeve, but I think I quite like it short. It was supposed to be long, but yeah, I think it looks quite nice. Hello, I'm Sherry of Shez Crochet. Welcome, and if you've been before, welcome back. So today I found 2 balls of this, and it's called Glamorous Yarn, 150 gram knitting yarn. It was £2.99 in B&M, I think. I mean, I know it was £2.99 in B&M, and it's got all the sparkles. Now the yarn, it's like it's already knotted, like it's already a chain, so that's cute. And I thought I only had 2, and I was going to make a scarf. And then I've seen these crop tops, but by now you'll have seen the finished product because I'll put that on first, so you know what I'm talking about. So that is the wool. So it's Glamorous yarn with a hint of shimmer, sparkle yarn, and it calls for a 4mm hook. Now I've done one side. I've yet to put in my markers. So this is one side. So I want to make 2 of these, and then I'm either going to add these. So I did write notes because it was a while ago when I started, and I've also done a cream one. So the cream one is going to be exactly the same, but I just wanted to do some different. Is it the same or is it different? Because that looks more like a square on square, and that is, yeah, it's like a fishnet, isn't it? Oh no, they're in between, so they're like a brick pattern, and they're like a stacked pattern, one on top of each other. So we'll go through both, and this, the yarn that I'm using for the cream is Knitcraft Everyday Double Knit 50 grams. I've used 2, so I've used 100, not even 100 on the front and the squares. So I would say this altogether takes 200 grams of yarn, and then that will call for a 4mm hook, and I'm also going to be using a 5mm hook. So I've just consulted my notes, and it says 270 chain with a 5mm hook. So I couldn't find the 5mm hook. I've just had a hot flush, senior moment, so I'm trying to cool down with water. Can't find a glass. I was getting frustrated. Oh, these hot flushes, and also I am trying to stop sniffing as much as I do in my other videos, but I can't help it because the chemo blasts all my nose hairs and my nose runs, especially when I want to do videos and talk. Right, so that's what I'm going to do, is using our beautiful gold. Get to the beginning of the gold. I'm going to chain 270 chains. Oh, you can see my spare tire. Size 5. Keep nice and relaxed. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, so the chain I want to be from my top to go to that palm of the hand, all the way across under my chin, sorry, see my fifteen, and then right down to this palm of the hand. Measure up against each other to make sure that it's going to be the same length. Okay, so for the first row, I'm just making sure that I didn't, because sometimes I do like a double crochet row, but I haven't. I went straight in for the pattern. So I'm going to go back. This is my first row. So I've done all the chain all the way along. La-ti-da-ti-ta. And then I'm going to go back into the 9th one across. double crochet into the 9th one across. So that's what I'm going to do here. So it's like I've chained 9 and turn and double crochet into the 9th one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now it looks a lot, but you think it's got to go up and around. So I'm going to double crochet. I've lost it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You would be wise to put a stitch marker there. And we're just going to double crochet into that 9th chain along. Okay, so that's made our first. See how we used to come up and around? That's what I was trying to get at before. Then we're going to chain 3. So you just look there, because we're going to make our loops. We've got 1, 2, 3 and double crochet and skip 3. So we're going to chain 3, skip 3 and double crochet. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3 and skip 3, 1, 2, 3 and double crochet into the 4th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to double check that there's 3 in between. And double check there's 3 in between. 1, 2, 3. So I'm doing it right. So now I know I chain 2, 3 and skip 2, 3 and double crochet into that next one. Chain 2, 3 and skip. So hit the 4th one. Chain 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 2, 3 and go into the 4th one. Chain 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and double crochet into the 4th one. 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 2, 3. So you can see that first one belongs to that previous one. Then you've got 1, 2, 3 and then we're going for the 4th one. So we're going to do that all the way along the bottom, and then we're going to, when we get so to maybe 250, I'll come back to you. So I hope I'm explaining this right. I've got 56 little squares. So these are my little squares. Now I want to, every time I make 2 things, I want them to be the same. I always have to do different chains, and I don't want to not have done enough chain. I'd rather do more than I need and just stop crocheting there and then take them out at a later time. So there's 56 spaces on this one I've already made up, and on this one there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. To get the original one, pardon me, what I might do is fold it in half. Will that work or not? Just so that you can see, but oh, you can't see anyways. Right, so I'm going to hold up from the beginning of where I started. There we go. So I'm going to put the first holes together, and that means I've got that much chain left over if this works. And then I want the same amount to fit all the way, chain for chain, chain for chain. Oh, no way. Oh. Right, I'm going to take it from this side because it doesn't. Right, so I'm going to, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's, yeah. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right, so I'm just going to measure these. So I'll come back. Right, so I'm just that much too long. So what I'm going to do is just take out this last little piece. Okay, and then I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to double crochet into that first gap and chain 3, 2, 3 and double crochet into that gap. So you're just going in the actual gaps. 3. So it makes it so much easier. Once you've done the first row and you know you've got the right amount of squares. So this is like the brick effect one. Okay. So we'll carry on. 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops, supposed to double crochet into that one. So that's all I'm going to do till I get to the end of this row, is chain 3 and go in between into the big gaps, and then I'm just going to snip. Actually, I might use that to sew in later, so I'm just going to leave that and I'll use it to sew in my ends later. I hope that's kind of made sense. 1, 2, 3, and I will come back to you at the end of this row because I'll show you what else. So we're just going to do the last chain into the last and turn, and then what we do at the ends of each row. So this is the second row nearly done. It would make a nice scarf. It's like a ladder effect. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 and into the second to the last space. Okay, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 as I did at the beginning, and I'm just going to pop a double crochet into the very end. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to finish the double crochet. I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and then double crochet into the first gap. So that's the pattern. So you finish with a chain 4 and you're ending with a chain 4, and you on the end it'll look like that, hopefully. So we'll just do like it's like a brick. So you've got one small, one big, one small. I really hope that makes sense, because I've even tried to write it down and I can't explain it without showing you. Them done, and I'm going to do now, it's 1, 2, 3, 24 rows I've got with that one. Oh. So yeah, it would make a nice shawl as well. Or scarf or whatnot. It's lovely though, because you've got the glittery bits in real life. Okay, meet me at my 24 rows. I'm going to write that down, and if I look at my book I probably have written 24 rows somewhere. So we now have 2 panels, and I've took 2 rows out of the first panel, so we've got 22 rows because I realised I need to stop there. So that's the 2 pieces. I'm going to now line them up together, and I'm going to stitch up the top of the sleeve to the neck opening. So what I'm going to do first of all is decide where I want the neck opening to be. Well, I want it to be at the neck, but decide how big it's going to be. At the beginning, remember at the beginning that was the tail end that was too long. So I'm going to just snip. So don't worry, it's only take a couple, like 1 or 2. See, that's done. So you could get even closer. Wait and see, be too close now. It's made it too close because I wanted to use that as a bit of thread. Never mind. Right, so we want to make sure that we've got the centre. And I'm going to pin at the centre. That's the centre. And I'm going to mark to there, each side. So pull that down, because I'm trying not to stretch it because it's very stretchy. So if you wanted, you could do it in proper measurements. I'm just doing it in rough measurements. I'm going to pin at the top of the neck, each edge that's going to be open, and the opposite side. Then I'm going to bring them up together. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing there. So they're I'm working from the middle out, so that's going to be my neck opening, as long as that's wide enough. Then I'm going to get the front or the back and the top. I want to make sure I've got the needle. Okay, so fold it in half, get the needle and keep hold of the middle and pin the middles together. Then I'm going to work way down to the first clip. Then I'm going to clip from this side and add on to the back side. Then same again with the right hand part of the collar, the left hand part or the right hand part. So that's the shoulder part onto the front and the back's panel. I'm just going to clip them together. So the top of the sleeve. So we'll just get our edges together, and that's the sleeve until the first marker. So I'm going to just sew across the top to this shoulder edge. So I'm just going to do the sleeve, and I'm just going to do over stitch and then just go from one edge to the opposite edge and threading it through. And we'll do that at both sides. And then I will sew on the sleeves at the tops to along the neck edge. I think I'll probably have to sew in this a bit more. I think that's going to be too wide. I do want it to be like an off the shoulder kind of slouchy, but we'll see. I'll try it on later. So now what I want to do is the underneath. So for the same distance, I want to do the bottom half of the sleeve, and I'm just going to kind of line it up to there, so that'll hold your body in place. And I'm just going to measure up the same distance that I've just done. That's not too bad, is it? So you could actually add on if you wanted to do long arms, because I think unless you wanted to make these with a bigger hook and then add them on at the bottom, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. I think it's nice as it is. I'm happy with that. So thank you very much for watching, putting up with me, and I will see you in the next video. Please like, subscribe, share with your nearest and dearest. Till next time.